Thank you, Chair. So 43 CG 253A is on the detail order. Detail order number 3117278. The vehicle is drawing diesel. The date that the vehicle has gone to draw, the name of the vendor, and the amount of fuel that is drawn in liters. After that detail order, we have an invoice that the vendor gives, which will go to the file.
What's the amount on the invoice?
70 liters.
The amount
of money.
This is supposed to be 11,000.
But it says
13,288.
But it is wrapped there, 11,627, even it says 700 liters.
70.
Sorry, Chair.
From the invoice.
Thank you, Chair, Honorable Senator. These things are handwritten.
You see, can you breathe in and out so that you can answer properly? You are confusing us.
Thank you, Honorable Senator. The 13,288 is the value of the fuel drawn for 70 liters at a cost of 166.
Chair, with your permission, can I give you my copy, because I think maybe you have a clearer copy for us to follow what you're saying. Because on the face of that invoice, and Governor, you can just look at it. There's a problem with that invoice. Where are you reading? Because mine actually, from where I sit, it says 700 liters. It has been, what is it called? Amended. The total amount there, I can't even make out what this figure is, Chair. The only figure that is clear here is 13,288 in the middle of the invoice. But at the bottom there it says total, CC. Do you have a better copy than mine?
Honorable Chair and Senator, we have, I think, the same copy, I believe. And the fuel drawn from the detail order is 70 liters. This invoice could have not been 700 because from the detail order it is indicated 70 liters. So the service provider can only give us a maximum.
So, Chair.
CC, don't defend the indefensible. There's a problem with this invoice, and the more you try to explain it, the more questions you're going to get. There's obviously a problem here. So
let us stick to your 70 liters, CC.
Yeah.
Yeah. The unit cost is what? From your record, it's 166.1. Is it?
6.1 times.
Is it?
Yes.
Read the unit cost for me.
The unit cost is 166.1.
Now multiply 166.1 by 70. What do you get?
We get, that will give us 166.1
times 70. What do you get?
166.
Just read. I mean, what you get is what you get, you know. 166.1 times 70.
11,000. 166.1 times 70. 11,627.
What is your figure in the invoice?
13,288.
What do you get the variance?
Chair, what I can see from the face of this invoice, there is a rubbing there, so it's 11,627 on the end, but then 13,288 in the middle. So there is obviously a discrepancy between what is at the end column and in the middle of the invoice. So I think there is a discrepancy on that invoice. But Chair, coming back to the process, which was the question, and I see that discrepancy between the the two figures. And I think the vendor who gave the invoice made that error, and it was attached here right from the vendor without them correcting it. But in terms of the process of getting fuel and in terms of coming back to what the auditor had raised, the fuel is not collected by phone call. It is collected through a detailed order that is given to the vendor by the department. The detailed order, I think earlier what Senator Sifuna had asked, what on that detailed order shows the car that is going to collect the fuel. I think the detailed order has the space for the number plate of the car and the liters and the department that is collecting the fuel. Thank you, Chair, and we have noted that error in the invoice.
Senator Dulo.
Governor, Governor, the query is very clear. There is no proper mechanisms in place in controlling the usage of fuel, and that is very clear. And I don't actually accept or allow the CEC and the staff to mislead you. Because if you look at the invoice that attached from us, even towards the end of the documents, or rather the invoices to trade, they're not even very clear, you see? So if your document is very clear and transparent, the invoice should be also very clear, because they are not clear, those invoices. Again, most of the listing that is done for the vehicles and the ones that are drawn, they are handwritten. We know very well anything handwritten can be changed anytime. So I think you need to look into this and see how you can put proper control mechanisms in place that can assist you in drawing fuel, or also accounting for fuel consumption within the county. I thank you, Chair.
Chair, for me, I think I still need to hear from the Auditor General, because you are the one who has raised this query. Where did you experience these orders that were being made verbally? Number two, Governor, this Appendix 3A is supposed to explain to us. For instance, I've seen what your team has tried to do, is that there's a detailed order that is supposed to correspond with an invoice. Yeah, but it is very, very confusing, Governor. This one should actually raise the alarm with you that your team is trying to be clever with us. And you see, we get very upset when we see that. If it is possible, CEC, I just want to demonstrate one final thing. That there is a detailed order number 3117283. I don't know if you can find it. And unfortunately, this time round, Governor, you did not paginate your document, so we have to find it slowly. 3117283.
Yeah.
Are we together?
Yeah.
First of all, Governor, just look at that detailed order. Just look at it the way it looks. First, you notice the famous stamp is not on this one. We were told a story of a stamp that was covering up the number of the vehicle. So, if you look at the quantity there, what figure is that? I can see the word petrol, CEC. What is the figure on that detail order? The amount of fuel that is going to be sourced. Can you see it from your copy? 65. That's a 5. Yeah. Well, I can make it out on mine. What is the registration number of that vehicle?
43 CG 247A.
Where is that 4 and 7 coming from? Because my copy doesn't have any of that.
Thank you, Honorable Senator. I think
you are reading the invoice. You're not reading the order.
We have 43 CG 247, except at the time of probably making a copy for this file, the 7 is missing, but it seems cut. It's evidently that it is cut out of just a photocopy place error. My apologies.
Okay, so whose signature is that? Because all the others have been seeing, at least there is a reason, there's somebody who's being quoted there, HB Education or something like that. Whose signature is that one on 3117-283?
This is the signature of the person from the Department of Education authorized to draw, to approve fuel withdrawal.
How many do you have in that department? How many people are authorized to do this document?
I think we have a maximum of 2 because 1 can be out of office per department.
So on this 311-7283, who is the person who signed? Can you tell?
I would love to consult my colleague from the Department of Education.
Finally, what is the date on that 311-7283?
22nd of May, 2025.
Where is the 5? Again, it was left out.
No, it's not left out, Senator, but I think it's just to do with the copies that were made, being that the detail order document, the color is yellow. When you make many copies, such errors are bound to occur when you make many copies.
Okay, we are taking a lot of time on this matter. It's 42 million out of almost 13 billion expenditure for this year. And when you look at the time, because Governor, what was the reason for attaching the internal memo and the letter by the CEC dated 2nd of February 2026? The reason why you're having a problem with the senators is your response to indicate that everything is okay. They are struggling to show you where the gaps are. And I can see your officers did a memo recommending or saying administrative action shall be taken and reminding all officers of the procedures. If you would have confined yourself to the measures you are taking to improve the process, that would have been good enough. But if the position is that the process is perfect, then you're going to get a lot of queries on the substance before us. So,
maybe just
so if it's a perfect exercise, then I'll allow my senators to ask questions. But if it's work in progress and that is your submission, then we can keep some things in view. But let me hear from Senator Cherargei first.
No, Chair, looking at even blue economy, the entire invoices that has been provided by one of the petrol stations, I think, is not readable. So, and then looking at the discrepancy, Governor, of this amount, it might look small. But how many Kenyans can get 2,000 per day? So it is, Chair, it looks like this thing was manufactured, unless proven otherwise. And in fact, I don't know who is Robert Nyasuna. This Robert Nyasuna, I thought it's somebody who works for the county. And Governor, they must do due diligence, because these are very critical. So, Governor, maybe you would consider striking out these invoices which are not readable until you get, so that it can form basis of answering this question.
Okay, members, to ensure that we are not bogged down as in an audit, because the facts as presented indicate there's a problem.
Yeah,
unless the governor disputes.
Just finally for me, I am not convinced when the CEC says there is only 2 people designated. Because just from the sample of those same documents, if you just look at the signatures from 311-7283 to 82 to 78, those are at least 3 distinct signatures, CEC. So my expectation, Governor, would be to see a document of designation saying in this department, Sifuna is authorized to issue this detailed orders, so that we can be able to compare. From my reading here, there is more than one person signing these documents. It is creating a problem, Chair.
Okay, Governor.
Chairman.